Over here I have our bookcase and also the centerpiece. And I did get a question or a request to do this centerpiece, but I am afraid if I take it apart, I won't get it. It doesn't have to be exactly like that. I know I probably can get it close to what I had it before. But what I simply do, guys, is, well, let me break this down for you. Okay. So I had this for years now, and if you've seen several videos, I've used it even for some people's parties or so forth. No, it was a wedding. And this was actually brown. It came from Walmart. And I'm trying to see, is that a stain on my carpet? It probably is. It stains everywhere. And this was actually brown. And I wanted to save money with redoing the living room. So a lot of pieces, even my furniture here, I knew it had good bones. So what I did was I just used chalk paint from Walmart, that Waverly chalk paint, and I think in ivory, and I just repainted stuff. So I repainted this, and then I used some sandpaper and made it like rustic. So Walmart probably has something similar. It has these handles on the side here that you can do that, or maybe something at Michael's. And this centerpiece actually consists of, I think, 3 or 4 different greeneries. So this greenery here, which is the fern, and you probably can find it at Michael's. Mine actually came in a set. So I had another iron piece that was a centerpiece. And I talk about home interiors and gifts a lot because I used to sell it, and my mom, she had a couple parties growing up, and it was some people from the church sold it, and they were like in high ranking and everything. So I really loved it, and that's how I kind of learned how to arrange certain things in the house from studying those catalogs and those books over the years growing up. And so this fern here, so they will have like arrangements already like grouped together. It was up to you if you wanted to buy those items together. So the fern was one of them that was together. And then this greenery here was another one that was already together. So I'm trying to break this down so you guys can see. Then this one here was another one, this little spiky one, and it's at least 2 in here. So this did not come together. It was in another piece, and then I put it together in here. So that's like the everyday look, and it's all green. And then what I do, let's see, some of it is like barely, like these pieces here are like falling apart, and I'm trying to do it with one hand. So the next piece here, these little flowers here, I added these when I redid my living room, when I wanted to give it that rustic look. So the wood pieces with the little flower sticks, those came from Aldi. And you can get them from Kirkland's, you can get them from Michael's. I'm trying to think where else. Probably Joann's, I'm sure, or AC Moore. Okay guys, because I love you, I took it apart. And it is really simple. What I do every single year, or if not year, but seasonally, if it's like spring or fall, if you've been watching me for a while, you've seen where I stick like picks in. It could be from the Dollar Tree or whatever. So these 2 come out, and they were from Aldi, and then it will be all green, just all greenery. But I stuck these in to give it a little bit more look. And then I've had this for so long that some things have started to bend, but it's okay. I think it still gives it character. This used to like stand straight up in the back, these here, but they're bent, as you can see, but it still serves its purpose. You can see the ferns over here. You can rearrange it if you want. I do come and dust it off every now and then. I don't know what this is called. I want to say like some kind of spider flower. I'm not sure, but I know this is fern. So then I'm going to add everything else in, which is this here, these picks from Home Interiors and Gifts, and these picks here that I got last year from Target One Spot. So I'm just sticking it down in there. I'm sticking this down in here. And sometimes when you have flowers and like this doesn't have any styrofoam in it or anything, so what I had to do is like it may have like a thick stem, making sure you guys can see a thick stem like this, and the stem for these things right here in the back is really, and I think the fern is really large. So what you want to do is you want to bend it maybe in a circular pattern or a half moon, and that will give you some kind of stable structure or stability so it won't fall down in the urn or the vase. That's what I did for this particular arrangement. If it's smaller, you may want to use floral foam, or you may want to use like some floral tape or some type of tape to give it some kind of stature so it won't fall down in the centerpiece. And then this was all one unit here, I forgot to say that, and you just want to separate it so it can give it some kind of depth and fullness on both sides. So let's see, I have both of those in from the Target one spot. So I have like some red over here, and then let's stick this down in here like this. I'm trying to think, let's see. And I saw an old picture in my phone where I had it up on like a cabinet near the Christmas tree, and I really liked that year because I had it like cascading down. I was like, oh, I like that. How I did it that year. I'm sure I probably manipulated it somehow. I'm not using my tripod, guys. I should have took note of exactly how I had it. I took a picture of it. And see, I've fallen off, but really you have to just stick it back in here, and I need to hot glue it. So that's it. Some years I do more manipulating than others. And that's not how I had it before, but I'll play around with it. Okay guys, so it certainly doesn't look exactly like how I had it, but I'm tired of messing with it for right now. And it certainly looks different from where it originally looked like, but that's okay. And I'll mess with it later.